A lot of times the hardest part of any task is just getting started. So today we're gonna try to take that roadblock away from you and give you 15 steps to get started on your fitness journey.
For us in our backgrounds, we utilize strength training as our primary means of exercise, and that's not to say that other methodologies are bad, this is just our preferred method.
Number 1, find a place to work out. In an ideal world, this would be a gym with a great community and a variety of equipment and good trainers that are gonna guide you along the way, but we realize that it's not a perfect world and you need to find what's accessible for you. So this could be a commercial gym, or it can be a home gym that you create yourself, or it can even be a park or a beach, somewhere where you can do bodyweight workouts. Just decide where you're going to get your workouts in.
All right, number 2 is to find a coach. For some reason, when people's cars break down or when their little check engine light comes on, they automatically hire a mechanic to see what's going on. But for whatever reason, with their bodies, they don't really treat it the same way. Finding the right fitness professional and coach is gonna make a huge difference in terms of understanding proper exercise form, having that person develop the proper workout routine for you and your goals, and also to help develop accountability and consistency. Now, when it comes to coaches, there are many tiers. Ideally, you find someone that you can work with face-to-face. In-person coaching is gonna be tough to beat because of the human element to things and also the hands-on element. And tier 2 in finding a coach would be to find someone online. It's a little bit less ideal, but there are a whole host of coaches out there that are doing an excellent job online. And tier 3 would be to find a coach or multiple coaches who put out free content online. If you need a place to start, check out our Instagram page. We put together a bunch of different exercise tutorials and workout programs for you to follow.
Number 3 is to start a food journal, and this is just for data collection. So try not to have any emotional attachment to the information in this journal. Just start writing down what you eat, how much you eat, and when you eat, just so that you can start to have an idea of what you're currently doing. Number 4, add, don't subtract as your first step in adjusting your diet. So now that you've gathered some data with your food journal, take a look at if you're getting enough vegetables, so that would be 8 to 10 servings per day, or if you're getting enough protein, which would be 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. If you're not currently doing that, start to look for places in your diet where you can add those things in. Most of the time we give up on diets because we're in a state of deprivation, but if we start to focus on addition rather than subtraction, we're gonna be much more likely to continue making positive changes.
And number 5 is to use programs, not workouts. Now, it's important to note the difference between a program and a set of randomized workouts. While it might be fun to hit the gym and just do a new workout every single time you go in, it's not gonna yield long-term results because of a lack of focus. Let's take, for example, you're learning golf. A good golf instructor might take you through your stance, then they might take you through your grip, and then they work on your alignment, and then they work on maybe some swings with a 9-iron. And then from there, work through a series of clubs to get you to a driver eventually. But if they had you do your stance one day, the putter the next, the driver the following day, what kind of progress would you make? A good program puts together workouts in a very systemized and organized fashion, and it's the only way to make long-term results. Number 6 is to change up your workouts every 4 to 6 weeks. Something that we see happen all the time in traditional commercial gyms is that you see the same people doing the same exercises and the same routine day in and day out. And the tricky part is these same routines probably got them really good results when they first started, but at this point now it's their baseline. So it's super important to always try to figure out ways to push yourself, whether that's to increase the amount of times you come in per week, it might be to increase the number of reps on an exercise, or increase the tempo, decrease the rest, increase the range of motion, or increase the weight. The list could go on, and you definitely want to find a coach that you can consult with on this, but if you want to avoid plateauing, you need to constantly find ways to incrementally and slowly spur progress.
Number 7 is to track your progress, and that doesn't mean just weighing yourself. There are a lot of different ways to track progress. It can be the weights that you're using in the gym, it can be the number of repetitions that you can do on a certain exercise, it could be your body fat percentage, it could be the way your clothes fit. Tracking is important because it shows you whether or not you're making progress and moving in the right direction, but make sure that you're not only tracking your body weight because that's not the only sign of success. Number 8 is to pick a new habit to incorporate every 2 weeks. You've probably tried diets and exercise routines before where you try to change everything all at once. And at this point, you probably know that this approach never works. Instead, we recommend picking new habits every 2 weeks. And this gives you the chance to actually focus on a small change and really excel at it. These small habit changes start to build upon each other, and they allow you to start creating momentum as opposed to burning out. Number 9 is having a support system. It's never easy to go at it alone, and so finding a workout buddy is gonna help you stay motivated, it's gonna help you be more consistent, and it's just going to make your fitness journey so much easier. And if you can't find an in-person workout buddy, just join a social media group or page where people will support you along the way.
Number 10 is to avoid negative influences. For whatever reason, maybe it's to feel better about themselves, when you decide to commit to a healthier lifestyle, there will be people that will try to sabotage you. They'll make you feel bad for not getting another drink, or for ordering a salad during lunch, or for hitting the gym on a Thursday or Friday night when you could be going out. out. It's imperative that you talk with these people and tell them how important this is to you. And if they don't respond well to that, you might want to consider avoiding or minimizing time with these people because they don't have your best interests at heart. It's tough enough as it is to stay focused and to stay consistent on your fitness journey without having these other people be an added distractor. Number 11 is to be a human GPS. So a GPS takes the coordinates of wherever you want to go and then it pumps out the shortest path to that destination. But what happens if there's an accident or a roadblock or a detour along the way? Your GPS will automatically reroute itself and figure out the next best way to get to your destination. Success obviously doesn't follow a linear progression, and while it's important to have a really strict plan to get to your destination, you also need to have the mental flexibility to adjust. Your work schedule or responsibilities might change. You might have a family emergency happen. You or your kids might get sick, or you might be called on to travel unexpectedly. There are just so many variables that you can't control that you need to adopt this sort of rolling with the punches mentality, because there are going to be a lot of punches.
Number 12 is to look at other areas of your life. Even though we're talking about your fitness journey, other aspects of your life are going to drastically affect how successful you are, even if you have the whole working out and eating right thing down. Things like sleep, hydration, stress management, they're all gonna contribute to your success in the gym. So aim to get 7 hours of sleep per night. New parents, we know that this is not realistic for you, so you get a pass on this one. Aim to drink half of your body weight in ounces of water, and even more than that on days that you're really active. And have a stress management activity in place. It could be meditation, it could be yoga, it could be walking, listening to music, anything that helps you bring your stress level down.
Number 13 is to have patience. Forget the temptation to do a 14-day cleanse or a 30-day insane workout program or anything else that really prioritizes short-term gains over long-term health, because they just aren't sustainable. We all know the person who attempts to do a crash diet. Maybe they lose a little bit of weight in the first week or two, but then they go crazy because of the insanely restrictive nature of their diet. So they then take a break and they end up regaining that weight, maybe some more, and then they eventually go back on another crazy restrictive diet. This sort of yo-yo dieting causes havoc on the body. When your body is in that much disarray and that much chaos, you're not going to get the body composition goals you're looking for because your health is compromised. It's not sexy, but a slow and consistent and steady approach that focuses on your health first is the only way to ensure long-term success. Number 14 is to practice gratitude. Whether it's to write things down in a journal or just actively think about what you're grateful for during times of stress, gratitude can be the key in terms of giving you the mental energy and also the perspective needed to continue on your journey. If you focus on how much progress you've already made or how a situation could be much worse, practicing gratitude gives you the mental relief in knowing, you know what, the situation isn't ideal, but I know I can get through it.
And finally, number 15 is to have fun and laugh along the way. Remember that exercise isn't punishment. It's not something that you have to do, it's something that you get to do. So enjoy the process and remember to smile all the way throughout the journey. So we hope those 15 steps make you feel more confident and ready to tackle your own fitness journey.
Please share this with anyone who you think would benefit from this information as well.